Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com on our live YouTube channel. We're really happy to have you guys here today. I'm your host, Khalil. I know, getting this one in under the wire. It's been a long day. What can I say? And a long weekend. We had some exciting stuff. We got new toys. It was Thrill of the Hunt. You can go back and watch yesterday's episode to see that. And so back to our regularly scheduled programs. We had a lot of bumps this week. Superman, 2 waves of retro figures. Our Fortnite figures didn't bump tonight because we didn't have time to finish, getting the pictures done. But that's coming up this week. So yeah, it's been a busy week. And we're ending up week 11, pretty strong, with one of the more anticipated figures of the year, I would say, is Zartan from the G.I. Joe Classified line. But yeah, so follow us. We're on Kastor's Corner, at Kastor's Corner on all social media. castorscorner.com for a full gallery of this guy, close-ups of his armor and his face and all that, as well as the archive of all of our other toys of the day. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel right below. So let's get to the toy. I've talked to a lot of people about this line. Some are more enthusiastic than others, like our friend DJ, who is making his own G.I. Joe line. He just buys a lot of Dukes, a lot of Scarlets, and a lot of Marvel Legends, cuts them up, his wife repaints them, and he has his whole roster. He doesn't even have to wait for Hasbro. But for those of us waiting for Hasbro, I think this year with the pushback of the Snake Eyes movie, threw whatever plans they had completely out the window. And so us as fans, between the awful Target handling of their exclusives, to just the wait for product. We see this with other lines like Black Series, love Black Series, but the wait between waves sometimes is painful. It's just, Marvel Legends, I think, spoils us because we get an X-Men wave and a Spider-Man wave and a Venom wave and a Deadpool wave, and we get all these different waves of all these different factions. I think we want all the other lines to do the same thing. We want a Cobra wave, and we want a Joe wave, and we want a Dreadnought wave, and I think that's what we all kind of want. We want to see them pumped out at the rate that Marvel Legends is pumped out, but it is not the 1980s. And we are not going to see them flood the toy shelves with these. As much as we want them, as much as the demand is high, it's just not going to happen. So what are we stuck with? One figure at a time, 2 figures at a time. I'm still waiting for my Cobra Troopers. They have not shipped yet. But thankfully, GameStop did ship this guy because our local Walgreens is not getting him anytime soon, at least from what I can tell. So I think they did a really good job capturing him in 6-inch form. The armor here makes him a little more modern. It definitely has that Fortnite-ish look to him. And with the announcement this week that Fortnite and Hasbro are teaming up, we definitely can see the influence of, back and forth, whether Fortnite was inspired by G.I. Joe and now the G.I. Joe figures are inspired by Fortnite. I think there's a case for that between the shin guards and the armor and everything. I think you can see it pretty clearly. The leader of the Dreadnoughts, really happy to have him. His hood fits pretty well. It does warp a little bit if you keep it on him all the time, but if it's in good position, it clips into his ears, and it holds pretty well. No problem with it falling off. One thing that is really hard to capture on pictures, and I don't know if I'll be able to show it on camera, everybody thinks when they look at him that he's got white eyes. But if I can get him close enough and have the camera focus, he does have pupils, these bright bluish white eyes, which is a really cool feature on him. What is also cool that they are doing, which not a lot of other toy lines do, is that every piece of gear that he comes with, he can carry in one way or another on his body, which I think is one of the saving graces, one of the best things about this line, is that these characters can carry all of their gear. So he comes with a giant knife, which goes in his back holster here. he comes with a blaster right here. He does not come with his signature bow and arrow. It would have been nice to have it included, but I'm sure someday, or just take, one of the other ones that we've gotten. He does have the drop down hips, so he can fit on a vehicle, guys. Like, let's get that going. He comes with what looks like a monkey's paw and a snake head that actually fit in two places. They can actually fit on his belt. There are two little holes that actually I had to widen to get them to fit, but they do fit on his belt eventually. I had to heat it and make it a little bit bigger, but there you go. So those two they can also hang off his backpack. There's little pegs, holes. Those little dots there are actually holes that these things can actually hang off of if you needed them to. So a couple different options for that. And he comes with a backpack. And the backpack actually has two pegs on the sides that the trigger for the gun and the handle for the knife can actually fit on these two pegs on either side of the backpack, which is also nice. The backpack fits nicely. And I just lost his hat. Does fit nicely on his. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Rolled under the desk. My daily drop a toy moment in the video. I mean, that's great. And inside this nice little backpack here is his disguise. It's got paint detail on the inside. Comes with a disguise face. Kind of looks like Roadblock a little bit. It is molded to look like that. The inside, of course, does also have a mold. And said mold does fit very nicely. And now that I have to do it, it is not fitting nicely. There we go. Fits nicely. Does not fall off. Stays on his face. I don't really think that's fooling anybody. But, I mean, no color change. No classic Zartan from our childhood. But as a whole, it's nice to have the leader of the Dreadnoughts in the first year, basically, of the line. So there we go. Zartan, complete. Weapons, backpack, knife, animal parts. I like him. I think he's worth it. Definitely worth the $20. I do have a little bit of fatigue, to be honest with you. I think the exclusives have burned me out. I like the hunt as much as any collector does. I enjoy it. It's fun time. The thrill of it, the excitement when you do find what you're looking for has been great. But this line, between the anxiety of missing out and everything, has really taken its toll on this line for me. I like my 3 3/4. I don't know how deep I'll go. I'm definitely not army building alley vipers and weird troopers, to be honest with you. I think the only other army builder I would do is bats. After that, like, I'm not doing the whole target, wake up at dawn for it. But for now I'm in. So he is shipping from GameStop. He will be at other retailers like Mike's Toys and stuff. And of course all the other ones. But yeah, so I would get him. I would recommend getting him for sure. I think they did a really good job with him. So yeah, so that's toy of the day. Wrapping up week 11, going into week 12 tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have no idea. I tried this week and I have to erase everything I did this week or cross it all out and rewrite it. So I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. But we've got Fortnite on deck. We've got Disney Toy Box. We've got Jurassic Park. We've got more Fortnite. We've got Legends that we haven't gotten to. We've got a ton of stuff. So join us to start week 12 tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us, subscribe, like, comment, so you get notified when new videos go up. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.